Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Guests of honor, Minister Ng Chi Ming, President of DAS, Mr. Eric Lee, all our distinguished guests, parents, and fellow graduates. My name is Emily Yap, and I am a Year 3 Ngee Poly student studying nursing. And may I say, it is a great pleasure and honor to be here with you all today. It truly is. And before I begin, I would like to share a story about nurturing and overcoming learning difficulties, which I relate to, and hopefully you will too. You see, when you plant a flower and it does not bloom, you don't blame the plant. Instead, you look for reasons as to why the plant is not flowering. It may be that the plant needs more fertilizer, or less water, or more sun. You look for reasons and alternate ways of solutions to resolve the issues. Yet, when a child is not doing well in school, sometimes parents and teachers will probably tend to chide them without knowing the difficulties that the child faces. Criticizing and reprimanding them without knowing the root of the problem does not help. It never helps. But if we learn to nurture, support, and understand the child, they will grow and blossom just like a flower. Well, that is my experience. Yes, I am dyslexic, and growing up all throughout primary school as a dyslexic child, I did not excel academically. I would always receive below average scores and never really understood why then. I would fail almost all my English tests, and sometimes even just getting 2 out of 10. My English teacher, not knowing the difficulties a dyslexic child faces, would reprimand me in front of the class. However, she also tried hard to motivate me and encourage me, but despite the encouragement from teachers and working hard after school and on weekends, I did not fare well, and that discouraged me a lot. There were even times when I would go home crying, being scared, expecting the worst from my parents once they find out my results. However, I am truly blessed because my parents and my grandparents were supportive and encouraging me throughout. They understood me and my dyslexic condition and would even say, "Mimi, you are very special. Mommy and Daddy love you very much. Just do your very best and don't give up." And I never did. I graduated from primary school with a PSLE score of 160 and got into normal academic in secondary school. When in secondary 1, I was diagnosed with dyslexia at DAS. Soon after, I was enrolled in DAS classes, and my DAS teacher at that time would come up with creative and fun ways to introduce new concepts and coping strategies, which were helpful to me and motivated me to study even harder. In time, I moved on from normal academic to express stream in school. I completed my O-levels and took up nursing, which I was most passionate about at Ngee Polytechnic. Nursing to me is not just an occupation to help those in need, but also a great way to give back to society. I scored a GPA of 3.8 when taking my nursing course, and I was pleasantly surprised when I was placed in the director's list, a list where top students are shortlisted for. I also received an EduSafe, a certificate of academic achievements, and an EduSafe Good Progress Award in 2018. You see, what I'm trying to say is that dyslexia to me is not just a pigeonhole where there are limitations and constraints. It creates opportunities and possibilities as we learn differently. We have extraordinary brains that process differently from an average person. Therefore, one should never assume that you cannot achieve, but make efforts to redefine your limits and move on, going beyond what you thought was impossible. And most of all, just never give up. Lastly, I would like to congratulate all graduates for making it this far. You guys are truly awesome. And remember this, the hard work doesn't stop here. Continue to work hard and believe in yourself. Thank you, and have a good day.